So I have a feeling that this is not going to be the first new show that I'm going to have to do a series review for. Hello once again, watchers of Good TV. My name is Pell, and this is my series review, unfortunately, for the show Selfie. This is a show which started in the fall and got canceled by ABC, so it has run its course. It finished it out through Hulu, so all 13 episodes, as far as I'm aware, are available on Hulu Plus right now. So if you have that, definitely go check it out. And I will talk about it here. I will be doing more or less a general overview of the show. It's going to have some mild spoilers, but nothing really too drastic, because it went up to what was supposed to be a mid-season finale, so there wasn't really anything major that occurred. The show stars Karen Gillan as Eliza Dooley. Karen Gillan is an actress who I have been following for a while now. I started with Doctor Who, then Oculus, Guardians of the Galaxy, and now this. And so she is one of my favorite actresses on TV and on the big screen right now. When the show starts out, Eliza Dooley is a very self-absorbed person. She is very focused on social media and how she portrays herself on social media, that she cannot really interact with the outside world because she has become so absorbed by her technology that she doesn't really know how to behave or treat other people. And it's really interesting to see her kind of learn and get away from that perspective. And she has a very big character change from the pilot to episode 13, and it's really neat to see that transition occur. John Cho is also in the show as a guy named Henry. He is Eliza's advisor. He is the person who she goes to for advice on certain things, just how to behave, and he gives her little goals to do, basically stuff to work on, and then that's what the episode typically focuses on, and it happens in a very amusing fashion. One thing that I did kind of like is that while the show did play on the fact that had it continued, these two characters probably would have ended up together at some point, it doesn't make it extremely obvious right off the bat. And it doesn't just push these two characters together by the mid-season finale, which is something that I really did enjoy seeing. And one thing that I really could have done, which would have been a bad thing, is demonize Eliza's current paramour / boyfriend, Freddie. And they could have made him just be a jerk and someone who she should not be with, and make Henry seem like the best person in the world. But no, they make Freddie seem like an actually really good, decent person. The pilot didn't really make it seem like that, but then as the show continued on, we saw this guy like actually turn into a decent boyfriend and a good person, and I would have really liked to see that build up as Henry starts to realize his feelings for Eliza while she is currently happy with Freddie. So that would have been kind of a cool thing to see. And one thing which is really good that the show did is really good character development. Karen Gillan's character, Eliza, she undergoes a huge change in personality and as a character from the pilot to the 13th episode, and it's just a really notable thing, and that just happens really, really well. It doesn't seem forced, and it happens realistically. John Cho's character, Henry, he also undergoes these things, not as drastically, but he also goes from this very by-the-book person to being more alive than he was in the pilot, and that's another really cool thing to see. He's also seeing how he can live life not trapped in a box, per se. That being said, not many other characters have major character development. They're there, but they kind of stay in their general personalities for the whole 13 episodes that the show goes, and that's one thing that I would have kind of liked to see change. I'm sure that if the show had continued past this 13th episode and had either a full season or a second season, they would have built on that, especially like Charmonique and the boss and Freddie and just a bunch of these characters. But unfortunately, with 13 episodes, they're kind of just outlining who everyone is, and then they probably would have built on them later. So that's just is kind of how it ended up, I think. And then one thing which I think brought the show down in terms of viewership is the weak pilot, because the pilot, while I generally enjoyed it, it did seem kind of not good, and it didn't really make the show seem as relatable as it could have, and I think that's why the viewership just plummeted after that pilot episode aired. And I think if people had kept watching, they see that the show actually does get progressively better. But the pilot episode, I think, just did not seal the deal for a lot of people, and that's part of the problem for the show. Each episode does have a really good message, though. It really speaks about how to perceive oneself in this modern day society where technology is the voice of everyone as a person. I thought that was really well done. I really like seeing that because it's a very important message. It's something for just teenagers, for 20-year-olds, for like a lot of people that are so self-involved in technology these days that they fail to look beyond that perception and interact with human society like they did 20-some years ago. Those are my thoughts on Selfie. I did enjoy watching the 13 episodes that they put out. I'm really happy that Hulu ended up putting out the remainder of the series after ABC cut the show and allowed fans of the show to continue watching it up to its conclusion. And it was a fun show. I'd love to see it get picked up by somebody. I doubt it will, but it'd be a really cool thing to see. So those are my thoughts on Selfie. If you watched the show, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, mega people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.